Hey guys, Rivet here. Welcome back to another episode of Keep Rope. Everyone is enjoying themselves today. Happy Wednesday, happy hump day, middle of the week, it is here. I hope you are enjoying yourself. Hope things are going well. I hope you have survived the weather that we have going on. Because currently in Montreal, we are looking at a hurricane. No, it's not a hurricane anymore. ISIS or whatever it's called. I've heard multitudes of names for it. I'm not going to try to butcher it. It's a tropical storm at this stage. It's a tropical thing. Not even sure if it's actually a storm any longer, but it's an entity, a tropical entity. We'll give it that. And yeah, so we're dealing with that at the moment here in Montreal. So with it is all the bells and whistles that come along with it. We got a lot of rain, a lot of wind, and freaking me the frick out. And if you don't know, I am not a fan of hurricanes. I'm not a fan of wind, and there is a good and justified reason for it. A few years ago, when I was living in West Palm Beach in Florida, Hurricane Irma came through, and she did a number on us. And that's part of the reason that I'm actually here in Canada at this moment. So thought I'd kind of, gloves. Okay, nothing I can do with it, is it? They're actually an upgrade. Well, wonders never cease. So yeah, so today has been a weird day for me because like my family was in the Carolinas, and I've got friends and stuff in Florida that have had to deal with this hurricane, said tropical storm. So there's been a lot of, the typical worries of the folks that you care about, making sure that they're okay. And then there's also the other worry of, now it's headed my way. And now I know it's just a tropical, like a pre-storm or whatever they want to call it, tropical depression. It's nothing. It's some wind, it's some rain, but it carries along with it a stigma that bothers the hell out of me. So just to TLDR it, 3 years ago, Hurricane Irma came through where I lived in West Palm Beach. And it was not a fun time. Probably up until this year, it was the most traumatic thing I've ever had to endure. I did not enjoy it. We lost power within the first 10, 12 hours of the storm. And then for an additional 24 hours, there was no power, with the wind and rain battening down and just beating the crap out of us. So that when it was done, the sound of wind freaks me out. Like it's almost like a PTSD type of thing. When it was happening, I'd never been through a hurricane before, and I think I need to preface that. All the years I lived in Florida, hurricanes always seemed to just not go near where I was. This storm was so big that it didn't matter where you were in Florida, it was going to hit you. Like, it was that huge of a storm. Like, it went through Tampa and did damage in West Palm Beach. That is a 5-hour drive by car. That's how big the storm was. We did not enjoy it. There was nothing fun about it. Even though people in Florida tend to have hurricane parties at certain times, if it's a category 1 or 2, up to category 3, people will just kind of go, it's what it is. It's a storm. And they make parties, and you get hurricane supplies, which is usually a large amount of alcohol. If you are of the mindset to invite folks over, you do so. If you're not of the mindset to invite folks over, then you usually drink copious amounts of alcohol and just suffer through the storm. But with Irma, there was no parties. There was a fear that kind of went through. And this is the part for me, and this is where it hit me. Again, I hadn't been through the storm before. I'd never been through a hurricane before. I didn't really know how they go. I knew that they were long storms. I knew that they were a pain in the ass. And I knew that they were not going to be fun. But I wasn't prepared for what actually happened. And it sucked. So after the power went out, I had my phone, I had an MP3 player, all charged up and ready to go. I put on my headphones, and I kept the music playing, and laying on a lawn chair that was in the middle of the room, away from all the windows, away from everything, because the sound was deafening. And it was just constantly, like, it sounded and felt like somebody was banging on the door. It was a non-stop thing. So even to this day, if it's a snowstorm or anything that's going and the wind picks up, I freak out. Like, I have a PTSD type of attack with it, and it does not feel good. I do not enjoy it. So today, because I knew we were getting this, I have been kind of on pins and needles for the entire freaking day. Not feeling comfortable, not feeling like I'm in my own skin. Very uncomfortable. It's been a very awkward feeling. I didn't want to go out today. Like, I didn't want to do my chores, but I had to. I had to get out of the house because it was going to drive me insane. And that's where the story gets interesting for me, because today I went out to do what I do. Go get my groceries. I need to get some cleaning supplies. I looked at the weather. It said chance of rain, which was a highly likelihood of rain, which is fine. I wanted to be outside instead of in because I just didn't want to be around. Like, I just didn't want to be in the house. It was driving me nuts. And so I went for a very long walk today. And I'm glad I did it, but I also regret it at the same time, because it was great because there was nobody out. The weather was it was drizzling. It was just meh. I started the vlog. Talked about the storm, so that obviously I'm not keeping that vlog because of what happened. So I went off. We have a dollar store here in Canada called Dollarama, and I like them. They have all the cleaning supplies a man could ever want or need, and it's delightful. And I need to get to a city. There's a village right here. Okay, we'll go over here, and then there's the thing. Let's go do that. Let's go. I think I hit the right. Did I do it right? I did, ish. Okay, up a little more that way. So anyway, I went off this morning, drizzles, looked at the weather. There was like 100% chance of rain for the day. So I'm like, it doesn't matter when you go, it's going to get wet. I knew the storm was still a fair ways out, but like anytime you're dealing with a tropical storm or any type of that type of weather, the storms are massive. And there's usually a bit that leads to it. So we had, the weather that was in advance of it. Just rain. And so it was drizzling. I got to the Dollarama and picked up all the cleaning supplies that I needed because I'd run out, and it felt good. I was loving it being in the store. It's a place I haven't been to since everything hit. I've trekked to other ones, but not to this one. It was my regular one. It was on a bus line, but it's far enough away, so I knew it would be like a good walk today, and I needed that good walk today. So I got out, and as soon as I got out and started heading down to my other favorite Asian market, which is a freaking amazing store, it started to rain a little bit harder. I was like, oh, well, that's where we are. That's what's going to happen today. And, that hit. So I was like, okay, well, this is bad enough. I'll deal with it. I went into the grocery store thinking, like every other storm or anything we've had here in Montreal, rain lasts for a little bit and then it's gone. And it did. The little bit of rain that we had disappeared and became a whole lot of rain. So after I was done getting my groceries and being all happy with myself for getting said groceries, okay, so that isn't a life shrine. That is that's one of those things. It is a thing above the sky that I've already gotten. So, sky flute thing. So anyway, I got out after doing my grocery shopping, and my backpack is full. I got another shopping bag with me because I'm like, I'm done for the day. Heading home. Get out. I make it 10 steps, and it just dumps. Like a torrential downpour. Tropical kind of downpour. The kind that I'm used to in Florida. So I really understood it. It was a hot, warm rain, muggy out. Nothing I could do. I'm not about to take a bus. I'm not about to spend $3 and change on a bus because I don't carry money with you anymore because everything's done on debit. Nobody's taking cash for most part in places. So I was like, well, this is my day. And so I took a lovely 45-minute walk home in the pouring rain. Got home soaked. Like so wet that my backpack had water in it. The plastic bag that I was carrying had water in it. Like I had to dump water out of it when I got home. It was that bad. I was like, gosh, dang. But I was out for 2.5 hours, and barring the rain and that being a bit of a pain, it was a delightful adventure. Like, I don't have regrets for taking it. It helped clear my head, and I needed it because I was heading towards a dark place, and I didn't want to go there. And then when I got home, I did my normal, put everything away, washed everything down, did a deep clean on the house because it needed it. And why? I'm headed towards a circle of power that I've already done. Like, I'm an idiot. I thought I was going to head over to... I thought it was a arena. Apparently it's not. The only thing I got left to do is this. Let's go do the ruins of Thalos. And we'd started it. We're going to do it. So anyway, I got home, did my cleaning, did all the stuff that I needed. I'm so glad. I've been cleaning, like doing my best because of the pandemic, and like I was running out of some of my cleaning supplies, and I just put it on hold because every time I go to the store, it's just either the only thing left is the stuff that's exceptionally expensive and I don't like, or there's nothing left. Like, it's just like cleaning supplies are always something that's just gone. But I always know the dollar store is constantly restocking, and they always carry the stuff that I like. And so I was like, that's where I'm going to go today. I'm going to go and take the long walk to the dollar store, because this one dollar store that I like to go to is always like, there's always like a half dozen people stocking it. And today was no different. Literally so many people in there working. Again, saw the stupid people that are wearing a mask but only on their chin. I don't get that. How the frig do you think that even works? I have no clue. So I got that taken care of. Got home, did the cleaning, mopped the floors, wiped down the walls, cleaned the stove. Like, I did the deep clean today. I even like went and scrubbed on my hands and knees in the bathroom type of clean. Like, I again needed to do something that I wasn't normally doing. And then go and do some recording. Got in, started to play a game. Couldn't feel it. Nothing was hitting. Something was feeling off. And then I went online just to watch some news and see what was going on. And that's when I had seen what had happened in Beirut. And I'm not saying I'm psychic or anything, but just sometimes you get a sense and a feeling of like something bad has either happened or it will happen. Yeah, and I watched that, and it was just like I saw the initial part, which was just looked like sparks flying, and I was like, okay, this is interesting, you know. And I thought that was the explosion. And then all of a sudden, it was like something out of a movie, and it was the scariest freaking thing I'd ever seen. And I was just like, oh my god, I can't believe this just happened. And yeah, so like the rest of my day has been just kind of sitting here trying to figure it all out, because like none of it makes sense. Like, I don't know what's happened yet. We still don't, as I'm recording this, but any urge I've had to clean or to do anything today is gone. Doing this is the end of my day. It is 11 o'clock at night, and I wanted to make a video so I could have my Cube World for tomorrow. And I don't have a bunch of extra episodes. I usually do a bunch of recording on my days off. And this week, I'm not too sure. If I wake up in the morning with energy, great. If I don't, we'll get what we get. I don't have extra Valoran for the week because Armor, he's not been feeling well. He's got same thing I have. When you have headphones on for too long, your ears get sensitive and they hurt. And his are flaring up, so he just needs to take a break, and I need to take a break. And it seems like taking a break is what we both kind of need. And I've got no issues with it. Like, I don't care if I have an episode of Valoran. Maybe when I get up in the morning and Armor's like, hey, let's do something, and we'll maybe record Valoran. But as of the second, I don't. And I'm going to be okay with this. I've got some videos that I'm okay with for the rest of the week. If we only end up with one a day, we'll have it. I'm going to have videos. I mean, there's ample content that I always have backed up. But I'm just not feeling it right now. You know, my heart is heavy, and like it's like part of it is like I have friends that are from Beirut. I know people that are from there, that have family that are still there, and I've reached out to them, seeing how they're doing. There's a whole lot of no communication, which is understandable. So it like I said, I feel things like when my friends hurt, I hurt type of thing. And then with the hurricane and just the storm coming in with me here, I'm just not, like, my brain is done. Like, it's just absolutely, like, I feel like jello at the moment. So I know I'm going to get up tomorrow morning, see if I have the urge to do anything. One of the things I want to do is to go to, there's a church nearby. Not a religious man. Not at all. I don't partake in religion. I don't care for it. It doesn't do anything for me. I don't have a belief system that includes religion, simply. And I never fault anybody for having those beliefs. Everyone, I like, when it comes to that, your faith is your faith. Mine is different, I tend to focus more on taking bits and pieces out of all the different philosophies that I've run into and trying to be just a decent human being, I do my absolute best to not harm anyone. I'm a pacifist by nature. I don't believe in violence, except for in video games, apparently. But it's just who I am. And I'm not going to go to this church because I'm religious. I'm going to go to it because again, like I say, I sense things, I feel things. In this building, every time I've gone to it, I feel something. There is a power that emits from it. And again, I'm not saying that there's a God. I'm not saying anything. I fully believe that we put forth energy whenever we use faith or anything like that, like traumatic experience, whatever it is. Energy gets put into a place, and my feelings are that it sticks around, and I feel a positive energy when I'm at this place. And the oratory actually was supposed to have a saint in it, so it's kind of weird. I think his heart's still there. It's a weird place, but I've been to it a couple times, and every time that I've been there, I have felt something. And for whatever reason, I need to feel it again. So I'm going to head off tomorrow. I'm going to probably vlog from there. We'll see how it is. I don't know if it's open to the public at all. I don't know what they're going to be doing with it. It's a big building. There's a huge walkway around it. I get the feeling when I'm there, regardless if I'm in the building or not, so it doesn't bother me one way or the other. I'm cool just to go and take the walk there. Beautiful, gardens around it. It's a gorgeous place, and I just love going there. And again, it's a huge walk. It's a couple hours again. And if I get rained on again, great. I'm in. And for penny and for pound, I'm okay with the rain. And if it's going to be a horrible torrential downpour, then even better. I'm fine with it. I'm good. And I don't want people to think that, oh God, Rivet's in a bad place. I'm not. I'm not in a bad place at all. I'm in a very good, positive place. But I'm feeling a bit overwhelmed, I think is the easiest way to determine. That there's just so much that's been happening. And I'm also feeling it at work. And it's hard because I work in customer service, and the company I work for, we have the company that I work for, the department that I work in is I do customer service for people in the United States. And everything that's going on there right now comes back, and the people that I talk to, 99% of the people that I talk to are phenomenal. Like, they're great. They understand that, things are not the way that they were. Orders, when you place an order online, are going to take a while. We don't have a lot of the things we had before because of the situation currently. 99% of the people are okay with that. It's that small percentage of people that just don't, for whatever reason, grasp it. And I'm not trying to belittle them or anything. I get what's happening, and I understand as well that some folks whenever things are awful and horrible and wrong, they lash out. And you know what? Calling a person on the phone because your order didn't get delivered is one of the easier things to bitch and moan about. And if it makes you feel better to yell at a person over the phone for 30 seconds so you feel big about getting your order to you and like nothing changes, but you know, it makes you feel better for a minute, I get that. But I'm also unique in the fact that I get that. A lot of folks can't differentiate, and they take that abuse that people will offer up and they hold on to it. So my thing that I'm going to get to with this is, like, when it comes to customer service, the simplest and easiest thing to do is to be civil with the folks, and that's on my end, that's on your end. You know, a little nicety goes a long way. And I find that I work harder and I work better when people are nice to me. It's just how I'm geared, because the people that are crankier, again, I understand it. I don't have to accept it, you know. I don't have to say that it's okay to be that way. And I'm not saying that. I don't think it is right. Like, if you have a problem, I look at it this way. I work for a retail company. These are things. These are literally things. These are not things that save lives. This is literally things you have, like, these are consumable goods. There is nothing about what we have that is anything to get worked up over, and I don't get it. I really don't get it. You know, if your order was missing something, you know, we do what we can to get it, and then when I tell you that it's going to take 3 weeks to get that to you, and you've already waited 6 weeks for something, and you don't recognize that 3 weeks is faster than 6, I'm sorry. Nothing I can do. Again, I'm not trying to bitch and moan about people, but I'm just stating the simple facts. It's like, it's been trying for a lot of folks that work in customer service. So if you have to deal with folks, you know, be gentle. We are, you know, we're working our tail feathers off here to make sure that we can get things done, and I am inconsequential. You know, if there is a person that is like dealing with like the nurses or anything like that, those people need to be just like revered. I'm sorry. If you see anybody that's working the front lines and stuff, and you just treat them like, I mean, teachers, like all these people, like even when I'm at the grocery store, you know, people that are standing there, like they are standing behind a counter all day long, just dealing with us, you know, and I'm nervous, and I'm like, I'm in there for like half an hour, you know, and they are standing there all day long, and they've been doing this for months, and I tell you, every single person that has been busting their hump for this, as far as I'm concerned, like when it comes down to giving money for it, like these people need to be taken care of, like immensely. I don't think that we should be having bailouts for companies or anything like that. And we should have bailouts for people. Again, I'm in Canada. We handle things a little bit differently here. One of the things that we have is that you can get, I think it's up to $2,000 a month if you've lost your job because of it. Normally you can have it for 4 months. They've extended it because of the current situation in Canada. Now it's all taxable money, so you still have to pay taxes on it at the end of the year. But it's a far cry better than some of the things that I've been seeing happening for some of my friends that are still waiting on money, and months and months and months later. And it's horrible, horrible, horrible to see this. And then I see that, you know, some major corporation, or albeit a church, is now getting funding when they're, I don't get how a church gets taxpayer money when they don't pay taxes, but, you know, I don't know, I'm a logical person. You know, if you can make money off of not paying taxes, then you should be okay to, you know, maintain that. I have no idea if this guy is doable or not, but we're going to try to take him on. Okay, well, we're hitting him. 22 seconds, so we're doing damage. I have no idea how he's doing. I'm just trying to hit as much as I can because The more I hit, the better. Oh, are you kidding me? That's a cheap shot. That's a real cheap shot. I'm happy I'm standing right here because for whatever reason he doesn't recognize me. Let's do it. Nice one. Squeeze, you did phenomenal there. So yeah, anyway, not trying to get on my pulpit here. I'm just trying to address a couple things. I came up that way. We're going to go this way. Yeah. Again, I've had to deal with nobody in my immediate family, but some friends that I know have had to deal with it personally and immediately, and it's not a good thing. Not a good thing. So, I will wear my mask. I will be social distance. I will do my best to make sure that if I end up getting sick, that I don't get anybody else sick. Kind of, that's my mentality. So if you're wondering why I'm in a weird place today, I'm in a completely different biome. That's fun. I'm glad we did that. That was fun. I'm glad that was done. Again, folks, I'm not trying to tell people how to live their lives or anything. I just try to share my day, things that happen to me. As I mentioned, I'm not in my typical happy-go-lucky stance. I've been clawing my way out of depression over the course of the last few months, and I'm doing my best with it, but there's days that it just hits and it's hard. Today's one of those days. Weight of my friends are on my shoulders. My own failings about dealing with the hurricanes, that weighs heavy on me. And, I'm a human being. And I got a couple of days off. And I think what I'm going to do with them is to just heal for myself and do what I can. So, like I said, if you don't see 2 or 3 videos a day, it's okay. Nothing's wrong. I'm okay. I'm just taking some time. I always do my best to make sure I have them available if I can. If I can't, I won't. So, I want to thank everybody for coming out. I'm happy we actually took on that place and it worked. That feels good. I know that we got to that beetle before and got our butts handed to us. So it feels good to kick ass and chew bubblegum. And I'm all out of bubblegum, as we like to say. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you didn't, I understand. I can get a little weird at times, but this is Cube World, guys. This is how I handle it. This is how I get out of my funk. This is how I deal with my depression. This is how I deal with when life kicks me sometimes. I play this video game and I talk. This is where my therapy happens. So if you're new to this and you don't quite understand what this is about, this is what I do, guys. I talk about life and things that happen to me so I can process out all of my garbage. And sometimes people like it, sometimes they don't. I'm cool with it either way. Anyway, thanks everybody. I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.